goes up through the roof. The stock market crashes. A Senate parliamentarian rejects the $1,400 third stimulus package bill. Senators leave town. I'm here, you're here, but there's still no bacon. Maybe if we had some bacon around, everything would be so much easier. But boy, this is a jam-packed day. I'm just looking at all my notes. I think I have 25 pages of notes of what I want to go through. I don't think I could get it all in one broadcast. Thank goodness we have a double broadcast tonight. We need a double broadcast for exactly nights like this. I'm back with you shortly after this at 6:30 with a continuation of Evenings LA. So please subscribe. Go to the Funnest channel, hit that subscribe button because I don't want to miss you to miss that video. Coming up right after this one, there's just so much news today. I could probably do 4 hours of broadcast. Oh wait, there's a new LLA. Maybe that's why I need a new LLA. Yeah, there's just so much news tonight about your $14 third stimulus check that you're just going to have an extra box of donuts for this one. I'm so excited you're here. If you've not also liked this video, consider liking this video. And if you've not become a member, tonight's the night to become a member because the surfboard's going to get up and sort of fly away. No, but it sort of feels like one of those days, doesn't it? All right, let's get to all the details. Boy, let's start with the most recent breaking details. I try to sit down and lean a little bit on this one. The evening has just started with the news that the Senate Parliamentarian has now rejected the $1,400 third stimulus package. Now, before you get the eyes rolling, before the jaw starts dropping, before you're like, I told you it was too good to be true. I just knew it. Before I hear that, because I just sense it's kicking in somewhere. Someone saying, "See, I told you. I knew there's gonna be another problem." No, this is not a problem. They've actually prepared for this. So the reason why I do things on the come is because I want you to be informed about it. Because I just know as soon as this news spreads a little bit further, I'm going to have 15 DMs. That means that, right, the check's not going to go out till July, right? No. So let me slow down and explain what happened tonight. I told you earlier this week that the Senate Parliamentarian saved us several weeks to getting the $14 third stimulus package approved because she decided and agreed to determine the outcome of the $15 minimum wage provision in the $14 third stimulus package bill before it lands in the Senate. You got that? Pretty clear. She decided to determine the minimum wage issue before it gets to the Senate. That's great because the bill's not in the Senate yet. It's still in the House. It's supposed to be called for a vote tomorrow. Friday, it's supposed to be called for a vote. I think sometime during the day when I was a little loopy, I said today was Friday. Today's Thursday. So clearly it's not called for a vote today. It's called Friday. But the bill's called for a vote in the Senate on the House tomorrow, on Friday. And then the bill would land in the Senate. Well, she agreed to decide the outcome of the bill before it gets to the Senate to save some time. Well, thank God she did. Thank God she did. You know why? Because she said the bill ain't going to pass the Senate. It's not proper. It's not allowed. Oh, goodness. So now they got 24 hours to yank the $15 minimum wage out of the bill before they call it for a vote. In essence, and I'm not just trying to find a silver lining in this, I'm trying to say she helped us. She really did do us a favor. She did us a favor by saying a day earlier, today, Thursday, before the vote is called, she said, don't call a vote on this bill because it ain't going to pass the Senate. Hey, Margie, thank you for the for the dancing bear. And there's Rick. What's going on, my friend? Rick, welcome to the family. How are you? She did us a favor by saying, don't call a vote on this bill. Take the $15 minimum wage out because it cannot pass the Senate. I won't allow it in the Senate. So she not only decided the bill a week early, which was very good of her, saving us time, but she also did us a favor. She made her decision today before the vote, not after the vote. Why? Because you can't send a bill to the Senate that doesn't belong in the Senate. You got to have you have to have her decision before the bill is called for a vote. So, there's never a dull moment with these people, is there? So tonight, the Senate Parliamentarian has ruled that a $15 federal minimum wage cannot belong in the $1.9 trillion stimulus package. Bottom line is, get the scissor and cut it out, and that is exactly what they're going to do. Now, between you and I, that's what they're going to do. They're going to act like they're not going to do it. They're going to do it. Welcome Abby to the family. I think I looked down for a second, so welcome Abby for becoming a Purple Hawk. The Senate parliamentarian Elizabeth Dugel announced that under budget reconciliation policy, the $15 minimum wage cannot be in the bill. She heard arguments from both sides, and she made the ruling. Chuck Schumer said, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. We're not going to give up the fight. Blah, blah, blah. I got it. Democrats wanted this. Lindsey Graham was excited. Whippy, went and bought some ice cream for himself. Mitt Romney and Tom Cotton tried to be the moderates and said, okay, I'll do you $11 minimum wage raise. And Manchin said, I'll do $11 minimum wage. I won't do $15. And Christian Shanima, who's a Democrat, said, I won't tell you what I'm doing. And that's where it is. So what does this mean for your $14 third stimulus package? I'm not going to hold the bacon for you. I'm going to tell you the answer right now. It means much of nothing, and it actually helps you. The $15 minimum wage didn't belong in here. I've been telling you this for a few weeks. I told you that it did not belong in the bill. The president has told you it did not belong in the bill. The president appeared on CBS News and said it did not belong in the bill. Hey, Manuel, how are you? Thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. The president said it did not belong in the bill. He said, I put it in there, but it doesn't belong in the bill. He then told news later on it doesn't belong in the bill. So the fact that it's not allowed in the bill saves holding up the stimulus package. Hey, Pam, the president has said, I will not allow my party to go to the mat over the $15 minimum wage. We will accept her decision, and I'll do it as a separate bill. That's also really good news because I have details of what that means for another stimulus check. Oh yeah, I got a lot of good stuff for you tonight. It's just like a big smorgasbord with too much soup. Too much soup and salad, but not enough entree. So, so then what? So there was a series of really good articles released about an hour ago that said what happens if she rules against it. And one news publication has been sort of negative about the whole situation, saying the Democrats don't have a backup plan. And then there's a strange quote from House Ways and Means Chairman Richard Neal. Remember that guy from last week? A Democrat out of Massachusetts. He says, if the parliamentarian rules against us, we are likely to have a vote in the House pretty fast. What? Steny Hoyer already said the vote is on Fridays. It's just like, what are you talking about? Steny Hoyer already said the vote's on Friday. Then there's Elizabeth Warren, who of course has said so much about your SSI and SSDI, had so much to say about this. It said, if we can't get to it, we'll tackle it, we'll then pass it at somewhere else. Let me tell you where this stands now, because I don't want to belabor it too long. The point is very good for you. One, the $1,400 third stimulus package will be approved in the House of Representatives tomorrow. How will it be approved? They're going to cut out that $15 minimum wage. It will be yanked from the bill. Basically, the PDF you have as members of this family, of this community, as members, you will see a page or two missing. It'll be yanked out of it. That's the way they're going to do it. There's no other way they can do it. Number two, the bill will land in the Senate on Monday. Yes, the senators did leave town today, but the bill will land in the Senate on Monday. That's the second great news. Third, the bill actually is easier to pass in the Senate than before because the people who are against the bill now have less to be against the bill among the Democrats. Remember, Manchin and Sinema were against the bill in the Senate because of the $15 minimum wage. Now they don't have something to be upset about because it's out. This is actually really good news for you because no one in this channel was sitting here saying, yeah, hold up my stimulus check for $15 minimum wage. Oh, I love that. No one was saying that on the channel. So now that your nemesis is gone, it's sort of like the Power Rangers and the villain has died really quickly. Not the $15 minimum wage is a villain. I'm not going to deal with that hate mail by the end of this broadcast. I'm just saying the cause of what would have held up the bill is now gone. It's gone. Bernie Sanders can now fold like a lounge chair once again. He lost this fight again. But he just loses every fight, doesn't he? He just loses every single fight. He's going to complain about this one again, and then he'll be on to the next thing to complain about. And so then you could have a bill approved in the Senate next week. You could have a law in the Senate next week. It's huge, great news. Suddenly, the parliamentarian did us a favor. She got rid of the, I almost cursed. She got rid of the stuff that shouldn't have been in there, and she has now left us with exactly what should be in the bill. Well, it should have FPC retro and SSI, but she left us with the part of the bill that should be called for a vote. So you could have a law next week. Congratulations, you deserve it. My goodness. Now, there's another silver lining to this as well. The articles tonight say that they're going to do the $15 minimum wage another time. When? Where? Oh, this gets good. Oh, this gets very good. Drop in the comments if you think why I think this is good. Drop in the comments right now if you have a sense of why I think their second attempt on the $15 minimum wage helps you. I think you know what I'm thinking, because that's basically what the article said. That's what the articles said basically what I was thinking, and I bet you can figure this one out. Yes, I just saw someone say it. Someone just said it. Someone just said it. Fourth stimulus. Yes, new stimulus. Absolutely. That's what the article said. The quotes from the politicians, who was a couple of them quoted, all said, don't worry, we'll be back with another stimulus package, and we'll take care of the $15 minimum wage then, and we'll do it at that time. Oh, this is a good day. This is a good day. I don't know if it'll be the rescue package or if it'll be the rescue after the rescue package. What's after the rescue package? The revival package? The remix package? It could be the rescue package, could be the remix package. It could be the rehearsal package. It could be the rejuvenation package. I don't know. It'll be something, it'll be one of those R's after this one. Thank you, Manuel. Anything for hazard pay for federal employees, $1,500 if you made $25,000 or less, earned income tax credit for hazard pay. Yeah. So the reality check bill package, the restart package. So great news. I mean, just really great news. So let's cut to the other news today, and I'll cut back to more what's in your third stimulus package in a second. I don't need. Yeah, I didn't. No, let me stay on this. How soon would you see a $1,400 stimulus check? I know you wanted to ask that, and I want to answer it. How soon will you see items in the third stimulus package? I think perhaps the video after this tonight will be more about the third stimulus package items, and I'll be more about the procedural stuff in this video, and more about what happened in the economy today. If the bill becomes law next week, then Steve Mnuchin, under second stimulus, was able to get some checks out 3 days after it became law. Can Janet Yellen do 3-day turnaround? I think she can. I mean, why wouldn't she? So you could see a 3-day turnaround for some of the viewers of this channel to start seeing the first stimulus checks, $1,400. Now, other viewers of you got the check 2 months later. I know most of you got the check 2 months later, the second stimulus check. So it could be slower. And the thing that I want you to know is that the fact that they go out is the most important thing. The fact that they would start to go out is really the date that you want to focus on. $1,400 if you're an individual, $1,400 if you're a married couple, $1,400, well, double if a married couple, of course, $1,400 if you're a child, $1,400 adult dependent, not taken out for debt collection, not taken out for back taxes, not taken out for child support. It would be based upon your 2019 or 2020 earnings, same earnings threshold. You get it by electronic receipt, debit card, or by paper check. Viewers have asked me that they filed a recent tax return and gave IRS their new bank information for electronic receipt. That's great. It doesn't guarantee anything, but it gives you a very high probability it could come that manner by electronic receipt if you're giving them that notice by filing your 2020 tax return. So that's all really good news. So then what about everything else in the third stimulus package? You would not see those other things start to roll out for a little bit of time. And when I mean a little bit of time, I mean more than a week. Rent, utilities, food, internet, mortgage assistance, hazard pay, the earned income tax credit, the kids, that doesn't start to pay until July. So those other things in the third stimulus package would take time. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm not going anywhere. It's going to take you time to even pounce for the money. And let me make something also clear, which I haven't said to you in a while, is that you could see the bill, let's say, let's just use an example. Let's say this is the bill becomes law next Thursday. Don't expect the website to open on Friday for homeowners assistance grants. It's just not going to be that way. It's not going to be a fast turnaround. Now, there is one caveat to that, and that's the EIDL. The language for if as a member you have seen the language because you have the bill. If you go to the EIDL section, it's only about 3 pages long, and it actually says in there that the bill requires the head of SBA to start paying the EIDLs within 14 days, 28 days. Now, here's something that just sort of hit my face as I was just sort of thinking about this and just saying this on camera. It doesn't say when she's supposed to open the website. It sort of says she's supposed to pay it within 14 days of it becoming law. Well, when the world is she going to open the website? Like the same day it becomes law? Yeah, it's just not particularly clear, but it's SBA. Wrap a scarf around it. Then when there's an extra scarf, yeah, Javita Late's still around. When you wrap a scarf around it, then it makes a lot more sense. Oh boy, more about that in a second at the 16-minute mark with 1,300 people in the room. Wow, and 452 likes. Come on now. Come on now. Put down that yesterday was Margarita Day. Today's not Margarita Day, so there's no excuse for you to be double fisting 2 margaritas during this video. Put down that double margarita fisting and hold 1 while you hit that like button. Get those likes up. There we go. Thank you. 500, 1,400 people in the room. 1,500. Let's try if we can get to 1,500 people in the room and 1,000 likes. Now, we were talking about forced stimulus earlier in this video. More about that in a second. Let me give you a big update, though, where we are at the midpoint of this recording. If you're just joining me, this is Evenings LA. This is the first of a doubleheader tonight. I'm back with you in about 15 minutes from now at the end of this video with another video because there's so much breaking news tonight for third stimulus, the $1,400 third stimulus check. The bill will be called for a vote in this House tomorrow. The bill will pass. But this is what they're going to have to do because there's no other way around it. The House members will have to take the bill, which you as a member have, take it and cut out the $15 minimum wage. There's no way around it. They'll go to that section, however many pages is, and just yank it out of it, make an amendment. They have not called the bill for a vote. What happened? Well, earlier today, the Senate Parliamentarian did us a favor. David, thank you for the super chat. The Senate Parliamentarian did us a favor. Actually, several favors. One, she ruled on the fate of the $15 minimum wage. Her ruling on Thursday saved us a favor because she did before they voted on the bill, meaning you don't want someone to vote on a bill that ultimately is invalidated the day after. She ruled ahead of time. She ruled today. She said the bill's invalid. Can't do this bill. So she said you have to take the $15 minimum wage out. The rest is fine. The rest is all fine. You can leave the rest of the bill, but you got to take the $15 minimum wage out. She did us a favor by telling us the day ahead of time. Second, she did us a favor by basically making the bill now dummy-proof because the only opposition to the bill was that. The only thing that Manchin and Sinema and Ron Wyden sporadically were opposed to in the bill, the Democrats, was this thing, take it out. She also did us a fourth favor. Is this third or fourth? I'm losing track of how many favors she did. She did us another favor because she has now set up the Democrats on the record telling us that, well, we'll have to come back and do another stimulus check package for you. Oh, that's such a problem, Nancy. Don't break your back doing another third stimulus, a fourth or fifth stimulus package. So they're now saying we got to do another stimulus package. Oh, the horror of it. Oh, it's just horrible. You got to do us another stimulus package. I mean, she does a wonderful favor. Could she just find some other reason to cause them to do like 4 more stimulus packages for us? So it's just absolutely wonderful. I mean, this is just great news. Just, I just, can we send her a gift basket? Maybe some $12 ice cream coupons or something? I just, it's just, it's just really a good day. And the only person who's probably very pissed is Bernie Sanders. But, he's always angry. He's angry Bernie. All right, so now that you're up to date, let me tell you what else is happening today. Lord, so the day started even as dramatic as it ended. It started with Thursday's new jobless numbers. This is the number of people who are newly unemployed in the country, not reoccurring unemployed people, but newly unemployed. Well, the number was incredible. It was a massive round of improvement. It's not a good number, but it showed a huge drop. 130,000 new claims dropped. They were looking for Wall Street was looking for 841,000 new claims, 845,000 new claims. They got 730. It beat it by 115,000. It was 115,000 lower than what they expected. It was driven by Ohio down 46,000, California down 50,000, and New York down 8,000. That was the first number that was good. The second number was long-term unemployment fell dramatically by 100,000 to 4.42. How good was that? Oh, Lord, it was really good. It's not a great number, 4.42, but it's the best number since March 21st, 2020. The best number for long-term unemployment since March 21st, 2020. So what did that cause to happen? It caused Wall Street to just get into just sort of just sort of a shock moment. And with that, the bond market, which concerns interest rates, which had been trading up a lot in the last few days, went straight up. It went through the roof. The bond market has been running up nationally in the United States, internationally in countries like Australia, and overseas every single day for about the last 5 days. The movement is the most severe and sharpest movement of the bond market for interest rates that you have seen since this channel has existed. It's not particularly comforting because it's too abrupt. That caused the stock market to crumble, tumbling today, with many stocks down 3%. 500 points the Dow was down at one point today because people fled from security stocks and went into the bond market. What does this mean for your stimulus? It means a couple of things. One, in a strange way, it could trigger the recovery package, the next stimulus package, to be done sooner. Because if the country is on a recovery path already, you don't want to hold that bill up until, November, because you'll look foolish. They'll be like, recovery who? We already are recovered by August. Why are you doing a recovery bill in the winter? We need the recovery bill in about July. We're opening the concept of the recovery bill, by the way, is that when we reopen the country, people that are reopening need money. Well, guess what? Schools are reopening, businesses are reopening. Get that recovery bill ready. The president, Nancy Pelosi, confirmed they had been working on it, but they may need to fast track it. So this is good news for you. The other thing that's good news about this is that it may show that stimulus of certain type needs to be done right away because other stimulus may not be so needed. You may not see that flight anymore to PPP. Let's do another round of PPP. Let's do another round of PPP. You may see less of that and more of SSI and SSDI, more of low-income assistance, more of low-income grants, because that's the part of the market that's struggling. That's not the part of that is not the part of the market that's doing hand over fist money at the moment. So this is where things have changed dramatically. Um, Boy, wow, 24 minutes on the clock. Wow, we are just flying. Um, our base case is that rates will continue to rise due to increasing growth and inflation expectations, and eventually the Federal Reserve normalization, said Ryan Dietrich, chief market strategist at LPC Financial. We also believe that if rates move too high too fast, the Fed will intervene to make sure the rates don't become too disruptive to the equity markets or the real economy. Translation: the Fed's going to intervene. The Fed is not going to let this keep on going. Now, it's been only a few days of this. I think it's been since maybe early last week. It's only been a few days that this bond market has gone bonkers through the roof. But if this continues another week, Lord, you are going to see the Federal Reserve step in. This may eschew things like the push for stimulus and things like that. The Federal Reserve has not want the message to get out that it does not support helping long-term unemployment message. But if it sees the bond market getting out of control, it may need to step in. Another thing I want to go over, totally different subject tonight, is Hakeem Jeffries and Pete Aguilar. Those are two names you should absolutely be pushing with. Who are they and what are they doing? Hakeem Aguilar, now I'm butchering the names. Hakeem Jeffries and Pete Aguilar are the two heads of a Democratic caucus that's going to occur next Tuesday and Wednesday. It's a digital caucus, a digital conference. It'll occur by Zoom. Hakeem will have a studio in his office. I kid not. A two-stage studio. He'll have panel conferences, and the purposes of the two-day conference is to discuss the future legislation of this administration. Yes, really. Yes, really. So this is the time and place for the purple power to push. What I mean by push is you call them up. You call them up. You write them a letter. You call up the panelists. So Hakeem Jeffries is the Democratic caucus chair, and Pete Aguilar is the VP. And they will have panelists discussing with the White House, President, the House, and senators the issues that need to be addressed by new legislation. Some of the organizations participating are the AFL-CIO, the union, the Third Way, the National Wildlife Federation, Environment, and there'll be climate advisors and also United Farm Workers for farming and immigration issues. Ultimately, if you're one of those viewers that says, what about this? What about that? This is your time and place to be the advocate. This is the time and place for your advocacy. And the advocacy for the purple power should not be, you know, sending them a message on their putting a message on their Facebook page to go read. No, it should be really contacting them directly and saying, I think that this should be included in the Democratic policies of new legislation during this administration. William, um, I couldn't see what the question was. I think it was something about targeted EIDL. It went really fast. You can always send me a DM, William, if I missed it. Targeted EIDL in the third stimulus package will be $5,000 if you had a $50,000 reduction of your business and have less than 10 employees. So you want to reach out to Aguilar and also to Hakeem Jeffries if you want to push the items that you want in the fourth or fifth stimulus package to be included. Now, when I say package, some of these things may not be packages. They may just be standalone bills. Daisy, the president has promised he was going to reform Social Security. So why aren't you reforming it? You need to look and see if there is a Social Security or an elder's right member to this conference panel or an organization. and they may be the person or organization for you to reach out to. With 29 minutes on the clock, that went really fast. Thank you for joining me on a jam-packed night. I'm back with you just right after this recording with the continuation of Mornings LA. It's purple. We'll be going over money right now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now. But boy, I still got to go over a lot more from third stimulus. So it'll be a double header. It'll be a little bit more a little bit wider subject matter than usual. So as soon as this video ends, watch for the next feed. It goes live right away. It's a new feed, a new live streaming feed. You just jump right in there, and I'll be with you in about 5 minutes. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. 1,500 people in the room and 800 likes. Get those likes up if you're still in the room. Also, like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcium VIP. Bring your questions. I'll answer them as well at the 20-minute mark on the video right after this. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay at LA for more.